Back Home Media.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 57 of the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. I'm your host, Ricky Chabruggi, and joining me is Derek, the producer, Elliford. How you doing down in Arizona, Derek?
I promise I made my bed before the show, but I'm house sitting my brother's 100-pound Rottweiler. Mm-hmm. He's just, see him back there, he's destroying everything I own.
Oh, well, I just saw him go out of the room.
Yeah, he destroyed a Rubik's Cube under my desk earlier, I found out about.
Oh, crap. Hey, we got Robin Hyman Rios from Lubbock, Texas with us.
Hello.
Hello from Lubbock.
Lori Hayes shouting out.
Everybody that's jumping on and watching, let us know where you're watching from. Trying to see all the different places that pop up.
You have to chew on stuff like right behind me, or?
Lori Hayes, Dottie Heimer reporter, Audra Harris, Diana Tatro Patterson, Amber Nicole from Newton, Diana Patterson is Pratt, Audra Harris is Salina.
A lot of people.
Topeka. Yeah. Angela Bratcher from Topeka. Here's Ulysses. Juan Frost-Rico. Mindy Wilcox from Washington County.
Nice. Dude, you gotta go.
Christy K. Bellstar, Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Nice. Leaving the state.
Yeah. Chloe Colby, Lawrence, Kansas.
LFK. Roxanne
Fisher Jackson, Southeast Oklahoma.
Nice.
Hello from Ulysses, Kansas, sister of Alexander Perez, missing from Ulysses.
You know what case we're starting with, Chastity?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Rachel Pearson from Topeka.
Top City.
Mickey Martinez from Mayetta.
We have a couple Mayetta people in here. Great Bend.
Yeah. Rachel Garrett Nagel, Great Bend. John Underhill, Platte.
Platte County.
Chastity Perez Espino.
Yeah. A lot of people here tonight. We like to thank everybody for tuning in. Please share the show.
Roy from Marshall County.
Turn on your notifications. Check us out every week. We try to find people and bring people home every week.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Roy?
See if we have a situation like we had last week on the show.
Last week we had we did a flyer for somebody, and the person came in and said that they were going to turn themselves in, and then throughout the show they turned themselves in, and we actually put them on our located safe reel by the end of the night.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can bring some people home. What up, Alicia? She's a regular.
That was a pretty cool deal. And I did get an email the next morning confirming that he was back where he was supposed to be. So
love that, man. We love that. Valley Center, awesome. Valley Center. Which
I confirmed it on the show that night by looking on KBI, and he had been removed. So I knew he had been found at that point. But then the email the next morning just sealed the deal. Email. Yeah, that sealed the deal. So that was really cool. And we're going to have a clip of that we don't have it ready yet, but hopefully by the next show we'll have a clip of that, and we'll go back and show you that clip. Thank you, Roy.
Showing too much of the goods, Ricky. I gotta move the camera, man. Manhattan, Kansas, first time seeing the show. Well, thank you for tuning in, Karen. We love newcomers.
Welcome, Karen. Thanks for coming by.
Well, let's cover this case for Chastity. We're going to get into some cases tonight, folks. You are watching the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. We'll be right back after these words.
If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888.
All right, and I believe we are going with Alexander Perez, and as we mentioned, he's missing from Ulysses, Kansas since December 1st of 2020. He's 35 years old, 5'11", weighs 235 pounds, has black hair that he shaves nearly bald, and brown eyes. Alexander contacted a family member via telephone on December 1st and advised he'd be coming to their home to do laundry. Alexander never arrived at the family member's home in Ulysses, and he's not been heard from or seen by family or friends since that date. Alexander had been staying with family and friends prior to his disappearance. It's believed that Alexander may still be in the local Ulysses area or he may be in the Garden City or surrounding area. Again, he's 35. He is 5'11", weighs 235 pounds. He has black hair that he shaves off and brown eyes. He has a tattoo of a bumblebee on his face underneath his left eye. Also has Perez tattooed on one of his arms, and he also has that tattoo that goes along his collarbone there. So if you have any information regarding Alexander's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Grant County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 620-356-3500. Or the Ulysses, Kansas Police Department at 620-356-4600, or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And I hope that siren is not coming across the camera.
It's very fitting. It's very fitting for what we're talking about.
I live catty corner from a fire station, so
it's not the first time it's happened. Right. We got Evening from Shady Booty in the room. Love that.
Uh-oh, Shady Booty's in the house?
Shady Booty is in the house. Chastity.
You're very welcome.
Cousin. My wife is in Dodge City tonight, Victoria.
That's cool.
She's staying the night in Dodge City. There's a dog chewing on something that belongs to me behind me, so you'll probably
see that
this episode. He is really just big and kind of dumb. He's a puppy. Just not the most intelligent dog I've ever had at my house, but he's a good guy. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's got his button ear and everything back there.
I'm sure he's destroying something of mine right now that I care about deeply.
Oh my goodness!
What do you do? Hayes, Kansas.
Yep. Wichita. All right.
Crystal Bratton. Awesome.
Cool.
Well, tell us about Adam Tabor. Let's bring some more people home this week.
All right. Adam Tabor, missing from Junction City, Kansas since April 7th, 2021. He's 17 years old. He's 5'8" tall. He weighs 150 pounds. He has brown hair and green or hazel eyes. It's believed that he may be in Missouri. If you have any information regarding Adam's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Junction City, Kansas Police Department at 785-762-5912 or 785-762-8477 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get some information lined up on where Adam is and get him back where he needs to be.
And if you think we don't find these people, tune in later when we play our located safe reel. That took me like 30 minutes to put together tonight. It was such a huge located safe reel. This has been a really great week for locating people.
Yeah, most definitely.
Puppy horse. What? Emporia, Kansas. Oh, sounds like puppy to me. What are they talking about? Oh, yeah, the puppy behind me.
Yeah, puppy horse.
You know.
Yeah.
I was kind of confused. I was like, what are they talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a humongous dog. Yeah, it's just a wreck back there. I promised my room was clean this morning when I woke up. Rachel Green from Scott City. I've had a lot of fun in Scott City over the years, being from the Garden area.
You know what I noticed the other day real quick? Well, I'm thinking about it. I was researching on Google trying to find one of my older flyers because I didn't have it on this computer. And it pulled up the KMU pod on Amazon. I'm like, why is KMU pod on Amazon? Mm-hmm. So I clicked on it and checked it out, and it actually shows that KMU pod is actually on Audible. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know
we're on Audible.
Yeah, it says we're on Audible. I'm like, wow, I didn't know we were on Audible. That's pretty cool.
A lot of people don't know that. We have an audio podcast that pretty much what this show is. We're just recording the audio podcast and we're showing the flyers on the live stream.
Right. That is really cool.
By the way, I've been sick for a couple of days, about a week now. So my nasal.
We got Hutchinson, Scott City, and Crystal Bratton says she was born in Garden.
Awesome. I'm from Elkhart originally, but I spent a lot of time in Garden City. That's where I met my wife.
Cool.
Yep. So tell us about Alexdra Homer. Alexdra Homer.
Yeah, Alexdra Homer. I'm going down my list trying to locate her flyer. That's such a long list here. There it is. She's missing from Parsons, Kansas since May 14, 2021. She's 16 years old. She's 5'7" to 5'8". She weighs between 140 to 150 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. It is believed she may be in the McCune or Pittsburgh, Kansas areas. If you have any information regarding Alexandra's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Parson, Kansas Police Department at 620-421-7060 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And hopefully we can get her back to where she needs to be.
Yeah.
And if Alexandra, if by chance you see this or you hear about it, give somebody a call, let them know where you're at. Let them at least know you're okay and alive, and work on that, and then work on getting back to where you need to be.
Yeah, for sure. Let's reach out to somebody that's responsible and an adult, and just let them know you're still here.
Absolutely. You muted me. Why?
Oh, yeah. Whenever you touch your mic, it's really loud for the audience.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Audible is legit. Congrats. Thank you, Shady Booty.
Thank you, Shady Booty.
Hello, Diana. Wow, we got a packed house tonight. I love it. Tell us about Alison L. Marler.
And Shady Booty's watching us on YouTube right now.
He's our only YouTube fan. I love it.
All right, Alison Marley. Do you guys recall we had her on the show before? She's missing from Wichita, Kansas since May 16, 2021. She's 16 years old, 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighs 140 pounds. She has brown hair and blue eyes. Her nose is also pierced. If you have any information regarding Alison's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And again, Alison, if you hear this or watch this, reach out to somebody, let them know where you are and that you're okay, and then build on that to get you back where you need to be.
For sure, yeah. Too young to be running around by yourself.
Yeah. And I found out
go ahead.
I found out on the last flyer that I made for her, I was told that she was initially 14, and I found out when I was asked to do the second flyer that she was indeed actually 16, and it just turned 16. So I had a little bit of misinformation on the last flyer, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
Shady Booty says, so many missing. I feel nowadays get younger and younger. Yeah, and I hope they're found ASAP. Yes, I do too. I do too.
Adriana Pack Smothers in the house again.
Good deal. How you doing, Murray? Thank you for being with us again tonight. And if we want, we can put her up again too and do Adriana's again if you want to.
Yeah, I'll get that worked on. We'll come back to that one here in just a minute. I got that working on.
Okay.
Let's talk about Christopher Cedelio Silva.
Okay. And he's one I'd actually done when he was younger, and he actually was found, and now he's decided to go missing again. And he's missing from Wichita, Kansas also. Been missing since February 4th, 2021. He was 17 when he went missing. He's now 18. He's 5'9". He weighs between 150 and 158, has brown hair and brown eyes. At the time, it was, again, he was 17. Now he's 18. Even though he's an adult, there's some serious concern about his safety and well-being. So if you have any information regarding Christopher's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get him found and where he needs to be. And if you're hearing this out there, Christopher, or seeing this, give somebody a call and let them know where you are so they can get you back to where you need to be. And definitely.
That's a really long time.
Yeah, it is. Jacket. Yep. Okay.
Okay, we can go ahead and do Adriana if you want.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Adriana Pack is missing from Wichita, Kansas since February 21st of 2021. She was 17 when she went missing. She's now 18. She's 5'2", weighs between 130 and 145 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. She's usually very active on her social media, but she has not been active at all on her social media since she went missing. And if you have any information regarding Adriana's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. Yeah, and let's see if we can't get her found and back to where she needs to be. I know her mom Marie is worried sick about her and the fact that she hasn't been in contact with anybody or on her social media or anything like that.
That one's just real sketchy, man. Like the zero social media activity.
Right.
It really freaks me out. Let me see this.
She says, yeah, her mom says she's holding on. Yeah, that's all you can do is hold on and have faith and keep praying.
Yeah.
Hey, Candace, how you doing?
Hey, girl.
Thank you. There's so much more sketchy stuff.
Mary, would you be willing to talk to me on the phone? It's Derek speaking. Just curious. I'm not with law enforcement. I just work for this show. But if you ever want to talk, I have a lot of questions, but I'd love to talk to you if you're ever interested. Cool. She said she'd talk to me. Okay.
Cool.
I'll have have you spoke with her, Ricky, yet? Do you have a correspondence with Marie?
A little bit of messenger on Kansas Missing and Unsolved's inbox I have.
Okay, just send Ricky a message, Marie, and he will give you my number. I actually have to give him my number anyway because I asked him to call me today and forgot he didn't have my number. So
yeah, I couldn't remember if I did. I had to look.
I think we do have each other's numbers, but that was we always just do Facebook Messenger. So.
Are we talking here? Yeah.
We run this empire on Facebook Messenger. Well, I'm always, worried about Adriana ever since we started covering that case, just super sketchy situation, like the fact that there hasn't been a peep out of her on social media since then. That just doesn't happen with young people. It doesn't happen with people my age. I'm 38 and I can't shut up on Facebook. I post the stupidest stuff all day long.
That seems so. It's like,
Ricky sees all the stuff I post. It's ridiculous.
She said she'll do that, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
But yeah, to have zero activity is really scary. So hearts go out to the family, and let's keep eyes and ears on the ground, folks. And there's a dogfight going on behind me. I apologize. Let's talk about Christopher.
Another Christopher. Okay. Christopher, I guess it's Stochl. I'm going to go with Stochl.
Okay.
He is missing from Butler County since April 29th of 2021. He's 15 years old. He is 5'4". He weighs between 120 and 130 pounds. He has dark brown hair and brown eyes. It's believed that he may be either in Wichita, El Dorado, or Benton, Kansas. If you have any information regarding Christopher's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Butler County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 316-320-1294 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And Christopher, if you see this or hear this or somebody tells you about it, give somebody a call, let them know you're okay, and build on that to get you back to where you need to be.
Yeah.
It's just, you're 15. Shouldn't be out there running.
A lot of weird people out there that would take advantage of a 15-year-old person.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what to do with my life. Christopher, if you are hearing this and you were gone on your own volition, please go home or call somebody.
Absolutely.
If you can't go home, at least call the police and say, hey, I can't go home. I can't stay here. Say something. Communicate with an adult that you trust. It can be a police officer, and if you don't trust the police, a lot of people don't trust the police. If you don't trust the police, you have to have somebody at the school you go to that you trust, some teacher that you connect with, some teacher's assistant, some para, the lunch lady, anybody that you respect. Reach out to them and let them know you're okay.
Right. Definitely. And Kelsey's joining us. Hey, Kelsey.
Sleeping
Hopefully
again.
we'll have her back on the show next week on Tuesday.
She says Adriana was addicted to social media. Yeah, we're trying to make Kelsey a staple of this show. We're trying to work out some schedule stuff. Okay. Hey, why don't you just stop doing stuff? Ricky, I don't know what to do.
Take him out of your bedroom and shut the door.
Then he's going to ruin stuff out there. I don't know what I'm going to do.
That's true.
Jason's here. What's up, Jason?
All right.
Let's go to Dashawn.
Dashawn Heard. Well, it takes me a little bit to navigate my list here. Hang on a second. Where is it? I could have swore I pulled it. There it is. Goodness, sorry about that, folks. Dashawn Heard's missing from Topeka, Kansas. It's October 21st, 2020. He's 17 years old. He is 5 foot 10 inches tall. He's 130 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. It's believed that he is still in the local Topeka area. If you have any information regarding Dashawn's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9200 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get him found. And, Dashawn, just like I told all the other ones, let somebody know where you are so they can help get you back to where you need to be.
Yeah.
Definitely. There you are.
Topeka, man.
Yeah.
It's a big city.
Here we go.
I played a few gigs in Topeka, in the downtown area. It was a pretty big area.
Yeah.
Kelsey will be back sometime.
Yeah. All right.
Tell us about Echo.
Echo Michelle Lloyd. That's kind of an interesting case. She went missing from Edwards, Missouri on May 10th of 2020. She was 47 when she went missing. She would now be 48. She is 5'4", weighs between 100 and 110 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. On May 15th, her daughter discovered she was missing from her home. Nothing else was missing but her keys, her pistol, and her medications. Her vehicle and her purse were still at her home. Again, at the time of her disappearance, she was 47. She's now 48. She's 5'4", weighs between 100 and 110 pounds. She has long brown hair and brown eyes. She has a tattoo of the words "Let It Be" with birds on the forearm, and her children's names on her wrist: Kelsey, Case, Caitlin, and Kylie. Now, if you have any information regarding Echo's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Benton County, Missouri Sheriff's Department at 660-438-5252. or the Missouri Highway Patrol Missing Persons Clearinghouse at 573-526-6178, or you can go to Missing Persons at mshp.dps.mo.gov and leave a tip there as well. Let's see if we can't help get her found and back home.
Wow,
it's kind of concerning because her pistol's missing, so that's kind of concerning.
So basically, her and her pistol are gone.
Her keys, her pistol, and her meds.
What about her car?
Her vehicle and purse were still at the house.
Okay.
So
to me, you grab your meds, you're going to be gone for at least a day.
Yeah.
If you grab your meds. Now you add your pistol, you're either somebody who's just a regular, good old-fashioned American gun enthusiast who believes you should have a firearm with you at all times.
Yep.
Or you're paranoid about something.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Echo. He might be one of the column A people, somebody who just loves and respects, firearms and carries one with them wherever they go. Or
right.
Maybe Echo had some... But, how old is the kid she left at the house?
I'm not sure on that one.
If it's like a 15-year-old, I would see Echo maybe leaving a 15-year-old at home by themselves if she thinks she's coming back.
My understanding it was an adult daughter.
Okay. Because, I mean, if it was like an infant or something, that'd be like, oh, my gosh. And like, why would Echo leave her infant daughter? But if it was like an adult daughter, it kind of makes sense that she would take her meds and her. What about her phone?
Let me look at her flyer again here real quick.
I'm just trying to see if it sounds like
about a phone.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if it sounds like she left on her own volition or if somebody made her leave. But if they made her leave, why would they, let her grab her gun and her, unless, somebody could have taken the gun from her, but why would they grab her meds?
Yeah, no. That's weird. Hopefully wherever she's at, she's okay.
Yeah.
I know they've been having vigils for her and things like that. And let's just hope. Yeah.
Mark Williams is here walking the dog and kicking the cat. And he's Topeka into house.
Yeah.
I love it. Get rid of that cowboy sticker and we can hang out, Mark. No, I'm just kidding.
And Georgiana's saying, hi, Ricky and Derek. Thank you both so much for helping all these families. Our thoughts and prayers are with each family and missing person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Georgiana.
Sorry. Two producers. Now, this next one concerns me. I don't know why. I think it's because he looks like somebody I know and respect, but I know it's not that person, but they look uncanny similar. Tell us about Eddie Walker.
This was a recent one that I just did. Eddie Walker's missing from Arkansas City, Kansas. And yes, in Kansas, please, we pronounced Arkansas City, not Arkansas. He's been missing since September 22nd, 2020. He was 47 when he went missing. He's now 48. He's 5'11". He weighs 230 pounds. He has blonde or strawberry hair and blue eyes. If you have any information regarding Eddie's disappearance, you know of his whereabouts, please call the Cowley County Sheriff's Office at 620-211-5444 or 620-441-4555 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And hopefully we can help get him found. And I do know the Cowley County Sheriff's Office is running this flyer on their Facebook page. I saw it yesterday or day before. So I know they're actually using it on their Facebook page, which that's cool. I'm glad they are.
Yeah, man, it's been a while.
Do you know this gentleman, Derek, who was born in Kansas, living in Arizona?
No. I'm born in Kansas and live in Arizona also, Gant.
That's cool.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. And you're welcome, Gant.
Anybody seen Eddie, heard anything about Eddie? Let's get some calls.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't like this one, man. It just seems like it's been a long time.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to find it, any additional information as far as circumstances behind his disappearance or anything like that. So, if any of his family members are watching and maybe able to add to that, let us know, and I will gladly add, information to the flyer.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Here's another one we're going to cover. It's Eli Hopkins Mitchell.
All right. Let's see here. Such a long list tonight. Where are you? I hope I look for the right name. Oh, my goodness. There he is. Sorry about that.
You're good, man.
Eli Hopkins Mitchell. He's missing from Topeka, Kansas since May 17th of 2021. He is 16 years old. He is 5'11". He weighs 210 pounds. He has blonde or strawberry hair and blue eyes. He actually uses the name Eli Hopkins. He doesn't use the Mitchell part of the last name. And it's believed he is still in the local Topeka area. If you have any information regarding Eli's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9200 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get him found and back to where he needs to be. And Eli, if you by chance see this or watch this, reach out and let somebody know where you are.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty big guy, 5'11", 210. Yeah.
My wife is in Hugoton, Kansas right now, and she said that masks do not exist.
I was actually reading an article about that, Misty. They didn't include her name because of her age, but I'm interested to find out who that was. She was arrested in a stolen car.
Wow.
Yeah, she was missing out of Topeka, and the car was stolen out of Junction City.
Wow.
So, and Cheyenne says, Eli, call someone. There are a lot of people worried about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to somebody in Messenger earlier that was expressing their concern for him, too, because nobody's heard a word from him or anything.
Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully we can help get him found.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, a lot of them missing.
Georgiana Corby Corb. I lived in AJ. She's responded. That's some chatter that's going on.
Yes.
Now this one makes me sad. Tell us about this unsolved homicide.
All right.
Elijaah Eugene Leon Boston, to Kansas City, Missouri.
Yep. Elijaah Eugene Leon Boston. This was back on May 5th, 2021. He was walking home from his job at Taco Bell at 10:11 p.m. on May 5th in the 11,100 block of Hillcrest Road in Kansas City when he was gunned down and killed. He had been working at that Taco Bell for 5 months, and it was a 15-minute walk from Taco Bell to his home. And as of right now, police have very, very few leads on his case. So if anybody has any information regarding Elijaah's death, please call the Kansas City Crime Stoppers tip line at 816-474-8477 or go to kccrimestoppers.com and click on the submit a tip, or go to p3tips.com and download the free app, and you can submit a tip that way as well and see if we can't get some information. If you live in that area and you may have had surveillance cameras out there, check your cameras. If you have anything of relevance or anything like that, get a hold of Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. Let them know so they can come out and view it and see if we can't help get this solved.
I mean, he's just walking home from Taco Bell, and this kind of, it almost sounds random, but then it almost sounds so freaky that it couldn't be random, you know?
Yeah, I have no idea. Like I said, there's no...
Yeah, that's just like, that's really hard to, it's like, if it happened close to where he works, you could be like, okay, maybe attempted robbery or something like that, a robbery gone wrong or something. But like, he's just walking in the middle of a neighborhood and someone just shoots him from the right. First of all, how did anybody know who he was? It's like, you tell me you can tell who somebody is at night?
I mean, on the surface, it sounds like just a random thing. Somebody driving down the street, start walking and shot him, but I mean,
but then you're just like, who just shoots people at random, Yeah. So it's like that's. I feel terrible for his parents, man. 18 years old, just starting his life. Yeah,
and by all accounts, the articles that I read and I've seen online, he was a real good kid. He was, had his future ahead of him, had future plans and everything. He was looking at going into the Air Force and stuff like that. And so, I mean, he wasn't a kid that was in trouble or anything. I mean, he was a good kid. It makes it even more tragic.
Yeah.
And I noticed on Kansas Missing and Unsolved, the Unsolved Homicide page, the sister page to Kansas Missing and Unsolved, his mom actually commented on the flyer and thanked us for getting the flyer up and running. And said she's still at a loss and has no idea, why somebody would want to do that.
It's just so, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that, man. Losing a kid like that.
Yeah.
18.
Yep. That's tragic.
Right.
So hopefully we know this flyer's up and running and being shared and we're covering it, and hopefully this will get people to talking.
Right.
Yeah, and Andre's saying makes it even more sad that he wanted to do something with his life. Yeah, it does. I agree with that. I do. It is very sad. Yeah. So if anybody knows anything about it, like I said, check your video cameras if you got cameras in that area, or if you're out in your yard, or out walking that night or whatever, driving by, whatever, and you saw anything, even if it's little, turn that in. I mean, it could be something that could help them out, nail down who may have done this. Now, I was telling you before the show, I had a conversation with a detective that I know, and we were talking about a couple other cases, but I mean, he brought up something that I agree with too, that somebody knows something. It's just going to take them just, to step up and say something to get it solved.
Yeah. And you have two choices, people. If you're out there and if some magical, and I think it could happen. I really do think somebody says like there's 45 people watching right now on all the platforms we're on. I feel like there's somebody out there that's watching, just one person maybe that's watching right now that does know something about this.
Yeah.
And right now you're asking yourself, this is a coincidence. I'm just going to forget about this. I'm going to turn this off. This is just a coincidence. They're talking about this. No, it's not. You were brought here on purpose. We do this show for a reason. There's an energy here tonight. If you were watching this show and you know something about this, you have two choices. You can either do the right thing and anonymously report what you know and potentially help solve a crime, or you can sit on it for 30 years and grow old with it, and you will. It's cancer. You will never feel good again until you get it off of your chest. If you know something and you're out there, call somebody and tell somebody. You don't want a secret for 30 years.
Right. Definitely. And here's the thing I think about too is, we've covered a lot of cases where they're a missing person, but they were considered possibly killed and bodies hidden, and it just amazes me that either the person responsible or somebody within that circle of friends that is in the know about what happened, how they could sit on this information for so long and not feel guilty about it, not feel bad about it. They're going on about their everyday life like it never happened. I don't get that. I mean, if it was me and I was in a situation where I knew information on something like that and I was sitting on it, it would, like you say, it would eat me like a freaking cancer.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it's fear.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself or look at myself in the mirror and feel good about myself.
Well, a lot of it is fear. Like, okay, so I was watching a documentary. This is a new documentary on Netflix about Son of Sam. And it blew my mind, Ricky. So much stuff about that case is just wildly misconception. Like, there's the facts that go to that case. So basically, long story short, there's evidence of the Son of Sam guy admitting that he wasn't the shooter. There was like 6 killings. He was the shooter at 2 of them, he says. But he said the people that were responsible for orchestrating it are also responsible for making snuff films and child pornography. And the reason he'll never say their names is because he knows that they're going to murder his family if he says their names. No, so a lot of times when people know something about this, if the people who are responsible know this, typically the people who are preventing them from opening up are not only threatening them, but their loved ones. So I think that's why a lot of times you'll see people sit on information, and it's because they just don't know what some evil people are capable of. I mean, you think about that, man. Like, I live in a pretty, I don't think about that stuff in my life, but just knowing that, like, that's just real, like people out there that are, just like Alexandra Perez, there's been some Snapchat stuff, like that's very scary stuff, like, so, the thing is, I think that people want to say something, but at the end of the day, the old tale is snitches get stitches. And I think that's why the big reason you don't have a lot of people talking. But we're here to say, call anonymously. You don't have to go to the police station, honking your horn and being like, I'm going to solve. No, nobody's saying to do that. Call the anonymously. Don't give them a fake name if you have to, but get the information out. This guy right here is gone now, and this deserves to be solved. Right. And you don't have to go down for it. Just say anonymously.
Yeah, I agree with that too. They have no conscience if they do that. Yeah.
So,
definitely. And the information I gave, as far as Crime Stoppers and all that, you can go through those avenues and remain anonymous.
And that's why that exists. I mean, because it is a real thing. You have to. At the end of the day, everybody wants these crimes solved, but me and Ricky have discussed it. There's certain things that we're not going to put on this show because we don't want retaliation. We don't know. You never know how messed up and lost some people are in this world and what they're willing to do. But this is a situation where you can call anonymously and give the information. This do not make this go on for 30 years.
Right. Yeah, and to add to that too, I mean, by not speaking up, by not saying something, a killer's roaming free, and them roaming free, they could very well do it again. And I'll just saying, families need proper closure for the loved ones. Yeah. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Nisi brings us the cases every week.
Nisi is $9,000 reward for anyone with a tip that can lead to Echo Lloyd's whereabouts. You're asked to call Missouri State Highway Patrol. Yeah, and we talked about her a little bit ago, Nisi. So, yeah. So if anybody has any information, get that into them. And it looks like there's a $9,000 reward now. I mean,
wow.
It's a shame that it takes that kind of incentive. I mean, people should just do it, just because it's the right thing to do. But if you need that cash incentive, there it is. Yep.
Yeah. Tell us about Gavin Howard.
Okay. Let's see here. Gavin Howard, and I hope I say where he's missing from correctly. I'm going to say it's Frontenac, Kansas. I'm hoping I said that right. Since May 18th of 2021, he's 16 years old. He's 5'7". He weighs 150 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Gavin's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Frontenac, Kansas Police Department at 620-231-9216 or KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get him found and back to where he needs to be. And Gavin, give somebody a call, let them know you're okay and where they can come and get you.
Frontenac.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a word I never get used to seeing.
Right. Yep.
Call somebody, Gavin.
Yep, let them know you're all right. I wish I had a better picture, but that was one that was sent to me. So
right,
that's all I had to work with, but that's okay.
Well, hopefully we don't have to wait long enough to get a new one. Maybe he'll just find them. But a lot of times that's what happens. A lot of times we'll recover a case, and the reason we'll recover a case sometimes is because Ricky gets a new picture and we want to update the world,
Yeah. Yeah, I think about her case periodically, too. I mean, where I work at is just down the street from where she disappeared, and from time to time when I give my brother rides back and forth to work, which here lately has been more rarer than usual, but I'll drive back and forth by there too where she disappeared from. So it's still waiting word on that top part of a skull they found out close to where she disappeared to see if they can ID that or not. I haven't heard anything on it. I'm still watching for it. And I don't know if it's going to be her or Kenny Reitcheck or who it's going to be.
Could be neither, man. There's no telling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. First person that came to mind, though, was Catherine because, like I said, it was just not even a half a block from where she went missing from. And you can see it from where they found it. So I don't know.
It's like, unless you have a time machine, you can't do a whole lot about a skull fragment.
Yeah.
So you kind of like hope it's one of these people, Well, Catherine, because Kenny, we don't have any notion that he's not with us anymore. He just can't find him,
Right.
But Catherine, they even said like the amount of blood loss at the crime scene, they said that she probably would not survive that. Right. So if it is her, I mean, think of how the family could move, the city can move on.
Yeah.
It's like and this thing's been on podcasts, this has been a very talked about case. Imagine if they find out that is her. It'll open up leads to, who it could have been. It'll open up, just add data to what they're doing to try to solve that. And it could just help them out. But, who knows, man? It's just a skull fragment. So it could literally be enemy. It could be from, back in the day, 50, 80 years ago or something, who knows? But hopefully we get some kind of closure for some kind of case.
Yeah. The footnote on that picture of Catherine on the left there, that was the last known photo of her taken. It was taken from a security camera film of her at that quick shop she disappeared from as she was backing out the door with her cup of coffee and newspaper.
Wow.
So that with the Kansas City Royals jacket, that was the last picture of her taken.
She said her daughter could finally get closure.
Yeah.
Georgiana says, Ricky, I worked at that storage company when that happened. She was so very sweet. Wow.
Wow.
Were you interviewed?
That I don't know. I'd have to look into that and see if they have. Oh, I will research that and see what I can find out. I know at least one of them has not.
Okay.
Because I checked on her, what was her name? Emily Demoplas. I checked on her, and she's still active on KBI, so she's still missing. But the other two I'll have to look at.
Tell us about Hope.
All right.
Olathe, Kansas.
Yeah, Olathe. Yeah, Hope Reighanne Heindreich, missing from Olathe, Kansas since May 11th of 2021. She's 15 years old, 5'4", 215 pounds. She has blonde hair with some light green dyed in it and blue eyes. She does not have her prescribed medications. She does also frequently dye her hair, so she might have changed it. She was also last known to be wearing a gray hoodie and gray or black sweatpants. She may also be carrying a light gray backpack. If you have any information regarding Hope's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Olathe, Kansas Police Department at 913-971-6363 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get her located and back to where she needs to be.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Get that, flyer out there. And I took a look today at the page. You get so many shares, man. Like everyone, just hundreds.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome that people are sharing these flyers and getting the word out. Now this one's only been 9 days, so
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the page right now, man. It's just the amount of shares that just happen.
Yeah. And it looks like I'm looking at Olathe's Facebook real fast, and it looks like that she is still missing. So, and they actually have another picture up over that I don't have that I'm going to borrow of her with the light green in her hair. So,
okay.
I will add that to her flyer later.
Praying for her safe return, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. So, see what we can do there.
She said she had to go out to the storage shed. Oh, my gosh.
I will have to check and see. I had somebody message me a screenshot on Kenny's flyer of a comment saying a lady said she saw him walking down the road and surrounded by a Capurion. She said she let him go in front of her after work.
Like back then or recently?
I don't know if that was on the one that I just posted a little bit ago or not. Because I updated it and reposted it, so I'm going to look here and see. And I want to thank Sue for sending that to me. Let me look here. Where is it at? Come on, page load. Let's see. Says, I'm walking down the road in Salina by Coperion. I let him go in front of me after work. Was asked if she called the police. She didn't know he was missing when she saw him. You should still call them and let them know you saw him today so they know a general area where to look. And then another person said she called the Salina Police Department, told them he had been seen today and where, and hopefully it helps. And that was on the flyer that I just posted before the show an hour ago. So hopefully that turns out to be him and they can track him down. So,
well, is that you're talking about Kenny Reitcheck?
Yeah, my Kenny Reitcheck.
Well, let's talk about that. We are 2 away from it. We'll skip to it.
All right.
Really?
We can sure do that. Yep. He's been missing since November 4th of 2019. He was 69 when he went missing. He's now 70. He's 5'9", 175, gray hair and blue eyes. He suffers from diminished mental health capabilities and is on disability. He has not tried to access his money since he was last seen. He's been known to frequent. Well, actually, this was kind of messed up a little bit. The original article that came out said he's been known to frequently visit Salina, but he's been a mainstay fixture around Salina for many, 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 many years since I was a teenager. So, but he may have family in northwest Kansas also, possibly around Colby. He does not have a cell phone, a vehicle, or any identification. He just typically rides a bike wherever he goes or he walks. If you have any information regarding Kenny's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call Salina, Kansas Police Department at 785-826-7210 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And hopefully that was Kenny they saw, and hopefully the information they gave the police department will lead to him, hopefully.
Right. He just shows up.
And that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been missing since November of 2019, and here it is May of 2021. So, I mean, we're talking over a year and a half. So
somebody just saw him.
And that's what they said.
Hope they're being honest.
Yeah.
That's really exciting to know he might, be around.
Yeah.
We were literally just talking about if it was his skull or not.
Yeah.
So that's 2 very extreme places to go with Kenny Reitcheck.
Yeah, it is.
We found his skull. He's at the store. We need to find that's 2 separate things, So yeah, I hope that's right. I hope they found this guy, man.
Yeah. I'm not even sure where Coperion is here in town. I'll have to look that one out.
What if he's like, I'm not missing. I was just hanging out.
Yeah.
Well, that's really good news, man. Hopefully that pans out.
Yeah, hopefully that was him, and hopefully they can find him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could have just been chilling out in a homeless camp somewhere, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Sounds like he surfaced. Tell us about Jason French.
Yeah, Audra says he was always very friendly. Yeah, Kenny was always friendly. He always talked to everybody he ran into. And like I said, when I was a teenager, I used to sit there and watch him play pinball and video games and talk to him while he was doing it and stuff. So, Anyway, hopefully they find him. So you wanted to talk about Jason French, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he went missing from Kansas City, Missouri on May 5th, 2021. He was last seen at his home on May 4th, 2021. His car was found abandoned in Blue River Park on Blue Ridge Boulevard in Kansas City. Several searches of the area have been done with no sign of Jason. He is 44 years old. He's 5'10", weighs 155, has blonde or strawberry hair and blue eyes. If you have any information regarding Jason's disappearance, you know of his whereabouts, please call the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department's Missing Person Unit at 816-234-5136 or 816-234-5000 and see if we can't get him found. And hopefully he's okay. It's kind of concerning considering they found his car abandoned. So hopefully he's all right. Did you mute yourself, Derek?
Oh, sorry, my dogs are barking. I wasn't saying anything. I was just letting this comment be here. It looks like Melissa might know Jason.
Yeah, she said Jason's very loved and missed. Thank you for sharing. She was actually the one that messaged me about getting a flyer made for him. So
yeah, I hope we find him, man.
Yeah, I do too. Like I said, it's very concerning that they found his car abandoned when he was nowhere around. So hopefully they do find him.
Yeah. Apparently, Julie, she says, wait, someone saw Kenny recently? That's what somebody's saying on a flyer.
Yeah, and I just updated his flyer and posted it, and they're saying they saw him out around Coperion and wherever that's located. I am not sure. I was going to Google that after the show and see where that's at, because I'm not sure. I'll just go ahead and Google it.
If Kenny Reitcheck shows up, we're having a party, right?
Coperion Catron Saline is 606 North Front.
I will order a pizza delivered to your house next show if that's Kenny Reitcheck. Pizza party show.
Tell me about it. Okay. I'm looking at pictures
on East Crawford, the old McDonald's.
Let's see here.
Julie says that would make my year. Yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
Hopefully somebody did see him. That's awesome.
North Front. I know where North Front is. I'm just trying to picture in my mind what part of North Front that would be. So, yeah, hopefully that turns out to be Kenny. If it is Kenny, I'd like to know where he's been for a year and a half.
I hope it's him, man. He was like the first case we covered together.
Yeah.
The first show, I think. Because you were really still looking for him big time around that point.
Yeah.
Wow.
And hopefully, Julie, that pans out to be him. We'll just have to kind of keep our fingers crossed and see what happens.
Let's talk about Kamren.
All right. Let's see here. Kamren Anderson. My list is so incredibly long. It takes me a second to find these, and I apologize. He's missing from Bel Air, Kansas since May 14th of 2021. He's 15 years old. He is 5'8", and he weighs between 160 and 170 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. It's believed he may still be in the local Bel Air area, or he may be in the Iola or Garnett area. Again, he's 15 years old, 5'8", weighs between 160 and 170 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Kamren's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, call the Bel Air, Kansas Police Department at 316-744-6000 or the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And see if we can't get Kamren located. And Kamren, if you see this or told about it, let somebody know where you are so they can come get you and get you back where you need to be. Because it's time. Definitely.
Yeah, that's
trying to find him on my. Oh, there he is. I'm trying to find him on my list so I can check him. I check these off as I go over them, so I know we get them. We get them all that way. That's what I'm wondering, Julie, is why wouldn't he access his funds for close to a year and a half? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. And what was Nisi saying up here? A girl was screaming hysterically on the other end, and McCowan heard the words come quick. The connection, however, broke off before the girl could identify herself. At that late hour, the test board of the telephone company was not staffed, and the call couldn't be traced. Both the front and back doors were unlocked, and a side window was broke open. Crispin lay in a pool of blood on a shag carpet by the family.
Piano.
One of Columbia, Missouri's oldest and most compelling cold cases. Oh, okay. I'll have to look into that.
She needs her own show.
Yeah, she does.
She's got like all the articles.
Yeah, she does.
She shows up towards the end of the show and she's like, "Hey guys, check it out," and we're just like, "Wow."
Yeah, she definitely. The shag carpet by the family piano. What's her first name? I see Christman, but I don't see a first name. She said she's too busy to do a show.
Why wouldn't he access his funds for an entire? Yeah. See, honestly, Julie, I really hope it's him, but I'm not going to get my hopes up until I hear something more concrete than, I think I saw that guy at a gas station, you know. But I'm very hopeful that it's him. Don't talk about restaurants, Georgiana. I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah. Nisi, what was her first name? I see the Chrisman, but what's her first name? So I want to research that. I can probably put something together.
Alicia said she just told her husband about Nisi.
That's cool. Same, hopeful and doubtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mixture of emotions because it's been so long.
Yeah.
But nothing's out of the realm of impossible. So,
Yeah.
especially with God upstairs, so nothing's impossible with God.
No. And Kenny's been kind of known in the past to take off and live in some of the camps, right?
That's what I've heard. I don't.
So I mean, it very well could be him. It very well, he's just like. I mean, think about it. He disappeared like pretty much. Like, okay, first of all, he might have just went off and lived in a camp around 2019, and then COVID hit. And what if he was just like, nope, I'm not going back to civilization until this is over, you know? And like my wife said, she was in Hugoton about 30 minutes ago, and she said that she went to the gas station and nobody wears masks there. Here, everybody has to wear them. So that's a sign of times. Maybe he's coming out for air now that everybody's not wearing their masks anymore, and it's kind of getting back to normal. I'd love it to be him.
They've started going lax on our mask mandate here too. They voted to repeal it.
They don't have to wear them here. So I still wear mine because I haven't got my shot yet. But I'm scared to get my shot anyway. Not political or anything. I don't like needles. But tell me about Michael J. Garcia.
Okay. Let's see here. I find him. Michael J. Garcia, missing from Mays, Kansas since October 1st of 2018. At the time he went missing, he was 40. He is now 43. He's 6 foot tall, weighs 170, brown hair or bald, and he has hazel eyes. He was homeless when he vanished. He was last seen sometime in October of 2018. He was last known to be in Wichita, but he also has family in Oklahoma. If you have any information regarding Michael's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Mays, Kansas Police Department at 316-425-3356 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. See if we can't get him located.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah. Too long. I would like to see him found. I'd like to see them all found, obviously, but
yeah.
Well,
we got a couple more cases tonight. We're going to go ahead and show you one more missing person, and then we're going to show you two missing people that have been missing for a while. But let's go ahead and talk about Ryan Larson real quick.
Yeah, this one I've been keeping close tabs on. It's a sad deal here. Let me get his flyer pulled up here, and I will cover it. He's missing. Sorry about that. Missing from La Vista, Nebraska since May 17th, so since Monday of this year. He's 11 years old. He's 5'8", 125 pounds, brown hair and hazel eyes. He walked out of La Vista Elementary School, located at 78th and Terry Drive in La Vista on Monday about noon. The last confirmed sighting was about 2 o'clock that afternoon. He is considered high-functioning autistic, and at some point before he went missing, he had done searches regarding hiding from the police, hiding underground, and how to avoid being spotted. Again, he's 11 years old. He's 5'8", weighs 125 pounds, has brown hair and hazel eyes. He was last known to be wearing a black jacket, which is the one he's wearing in the far right-hand picture, blue jeans, an Old Navy shirt, and a polka-dotted umbrella. He did have his backpack, but it's not known if he had supplies in it or just books and normal school supplies. And I do know at this point the FBI has joined in the search. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has joined in the search, as well as the La Vista, Nebraska Police Department's out there. And volunteers have been out in droves helping look for him. They are saying that if by chance you do see him, not to approach him or holler his name, but to follow him at a safe distance and call 911 immediately, or call the La Vista, Nebraska Police Department at 402-331-1582. and they're getting to where now they're starting to focus on bodies of water to see if maybe he might be around a body of water. I've also seen footage where they're looking down sewer drains and manhole covers and places like that as well. And yeah, it's right now they've moved to the Papillion area lake looking for him.
Wow.
So I mean, it's like I said, it's been since Monday, and I guess he's ran away before. So I mean, this is not a first time for him. He's ran away before. So,
well, hopefully he's, somewhere where he's held up, at least where he's, at least in his 11-year-old mind, that he's safe. And maybe if they came back last time or they found him or.
Yeah. And it looks like today officers went door to door at his apartment complex near 84 Harris Street. Canine officers are being utilized, trained in tracking any potential direction that Ryan may have headed. Investigators asked anyone living in Levine or the Papillion area to check on decks, garages, and shrubs, landscaping, and to check any security cameras like Ring that may have captured images of Ryan in the last few days. Law enforcement officers searched Walnut Creek Recreation Area on Thursday. Volunteers canvassed this area Wednesday. Officers repeated this again Thursday, with all entrances blocked off in hopes a smaller number of people would be less intimidating for Ryan if he was hiding. The Sarpy County Search and Rescue Team utilized boats to search water areas near La Vista Central Park, the former La Vista Golf Course, at 84 Boulevard, and a creek recreation area. Autism experts have shared that children with autism gravitate toward water. FBI and Nick are now partnering with La Vista Police on the case. This provides additional resources to already existing efforts. For example, the recruitment of 30 experienced ERT trainees in today's search operations. Let's see. And they're reiterating that he's 5'8", 125, brown hair, hazel eyes. It's also important seizure medication as well. Yeah. Hopefully found. He needs to be found immediately.
Yes, that's very
scary. In addition to the La Vista Police Department, they're also saying you can call the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office at 402-593-2288, the Bellevue Police Department at 402-293-3100, the Papillion Police Department at 402-597-2035, the Nebraska State Patrol at 402-331-3333, and the Omaha Police Department at 402-444-5600. So apparently, Avista is a suburb of Omaha.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of contact information. Oh, is it?
It was. Now you're good. It's like your connection was kind of messing up or something. Hopefully it wasn't mine.
That's weird.
But this is very scary, man.
It is, and I hope they do find him. And Taylor's asking about, can we show another picture of who? I'm not sure they're asking about. Yeah. But hopefully they do find Ryan and he's okay, that he's just got himself well hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they say, they don't know, in his backpack, whether he put some kind of rations in there to survive on, or whether he just still had his school stuff in there. They don't know. Oh, Taylor Ricky wants to see another picture of Kenny. Reitcheck.
Carmen said this is such a different type of missing person, but I'm glad he has so many different agencies involved in searching. My brother has autism. This really hits home.
Yeah, I'm glad they have as many people out there as they do, too. All those law enforcement agencies, the FBI, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Yeah. Yeah, he's only 11, but he's 5'8". Yeah, he's a pretty big kid for 11.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. 5'8".
And Julie's saying all the autistic kids that she knows are very tall. Wow.
Wow. Well, our next two cases are some older ones that do deserve. We're going to talk about Michael Eugene Golub, Stanton County. This one has been probably the most profiled case in Western Kansas as far as, making it on, like, there's been on several TV shows.
Yeah.
But Ricky's going to go ahead and tell you about it. And if anybody has, the comments are open to if anybody has any thoughts about this case. I'm sure you've seen it on television. But Ricky, go ahead and tell us about Michael Eugene Golub.
Okay. He's missing from Stanton County, Kansas. He went missing May 20th, 2005. So 16 years ago today. He was 27.
And you're wondering why I wanted to cover it. It's weird how that happens. I didn't know it was today. I just said we should cover it.
I didn't either. He was 27 when he went missing. He's 43 now. He was 6'2", 165 to 180 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. He was last seen in Stanton County at 6 p.m. on May 20th, 2003. Whoops, I had a typo there. Just finished work at his job at Kramer Harvesting. Was supposed to pick up his 5-year-old son at his ex-girlfriend's home, but never arrived there. He's never been heard from again. He left behind a fiancée with whom he had an infant child. It is uncharacteristic of him to leave without warning. His golden brown Chevy S10 truck with toolboxes and Trego County license plates was found abandoned on a county road in northwest Grant County, Kansas, 2 days after his disappearance. Following the truck's location, authorities began investigating Golub's disappearance as a potential homicide. Shannon Floyd, Golub's ex-girlfriend, and her husband Chad Floyd were arrested and charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder in Golub's case in June 2006. Authorities believe he went to their home and was shot to death on the night of his disappearance. There was a great deal of animosity between Shannon and Michael, and they frequently disagreed over child support and visitation issues relating to their son. Michael's blood was found on the Floyd's front porch. The Floyd's defense attorney said there was insufficient proof Golub was dead and suggested he'd committed suicide or left of his own accord. At the couple's July 2007 trial, the jury was unable to reach a unanimous verdict and a mistrial was declared. The second trial also ended with the jury unable to reach a verdict. Michael's body has never been found, but foul play is suspected in his case due to the circumstances involved. If you have any information regarding Michael's disappearance, you know his whereabouts, please call the KBI at 1-800-KS-CRIME, and I will get those actual numbers for you here. Just 2 shakes of a rat's tail. It is 1-800-572-7463. So, yeah, if you have any information regarding Michael's case, please give them a call. And
so I'm not speaking out of class saying that they did a whole TV show saying, like, the ex-wife and the boyfriend and the ex-wife and the new husband totally did it, but we can't prove it. That's what the whole show is screaming. There's like every finger is pointing at the ex-wife and the ex-husband, but they just can't seem to prove anything.
Right.
I heard there was blood found on the porch, but they couldn't rule that as blood because it wasn't enough or something. Mm-hmm. I've just heard a lot of really damaging things about the ex-wife and, the ex-baby mama and the new husband. I've just heard a lot of horrible things. I'm from Elkhart, which is like 39 miles south of this place. So like, I know a lot of people from the Stanton County area. Most people I know seem to think that's the story too, but I mean, it's just one of those situations. Like, how do you prove it?
Yeah, exactly. And apparently Julie's husband's up in Nebraska overnight. She's going to send Ryan's flyer up there to him. And Georgianne says she's going to send all her family members in Nebraska his information as well.
Awesome. So this is our final case of the night, and then we got a located safe reel for you. But we're going to talk about Alex Larussa for a little bit.
All right. This is another Salina, Kansas case. He went missing from here on December 8th, 2017. He was 25 when he went missing. He's now 28. 6'2", 175, black hair and brown eyes. The last contact with his family was at 4 a.m. on December 8th. Alex is wheelchair bound as his left leg is amputated above the knee. Again, he was 25 when he went missing. He would now be 28. He is 6'2", 175, black hair and brown eyes. He has a tattoo on the left side of his neck that says pain. as you can see on that left-hand picture a little bit there, and on the right-hand picture a little bit. If you have any information regarding Alex's disappearance, you know of his whereabouts, please call the Salina, Kansas Police Department at 785-826-7210, or call Crime Stoppers at 785-825-8477, or you can text SA Tips to Crimes to 74637, or visit www.pd.salina.org and follow the Crime Stoppers link to submit a tip that way. You may receive a cash reward of up to $1,000, and you're not required to give your name, or you can call the KBI as well at 785-296-4017. And from time to time, we do share Alex's flyer and on the page, and do cover it from time to time on the show as well to keep his case out there and let people know we haven't forgot about him, that we're still plugging away to try to help get him found, get him brought back home. We do know that his vehicle that he went missing in was recovered abandoned in the northeast part of Saline County, and his wheelchair and other belongings were found inside the vehicle. We do know that much, but outside of that, we don't know much else. So if anybody has any information, like I said, no matter how minute or small or insignificant you might think it might be, it might just be what investigators need to put some pieces together to get him found. So let's get him found. Yeah, it's been almost 4 years, Belinda, you're correct. And then periodically I talk to his uncle. His uncle will message me and have me share his flyers on certain dates during the year and stuff like that. And I'll share it again and again for him, just to keep it going and let people know he's still being looked for by his loved ones.
Right.
So hopefully we can help get him found.
Yeah, man, 4 years is too long.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, let's run this located safe ad, and I do gotta get out of here pretty soon. I got a date with my kid. We're gonna watch some movies.
Yeah, I was kind of give you an idea about the kind of relationship me and my ex-wife have. Audra Harris, that's been commenting, that's my ex-wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, she's very supportive of what I do.
That's awesome. Yeah, Audra, yeah. I don't know. All I know is that Ricky says great things about you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think he was talking about his ex-wife.
Right. There's a lot of people that say we're abnormal and weird because we get along as well as we do and stuff like that. But
hey, man,
yeah,
it happens, dude.
Yeah,
you can't be. You guys have kids and all that, so you guys are just good buddies. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's run this located safe reel. Then I can do some stuff. But everybody, thanks for watching tonight. This is the located safe reel for episode 57, Ricky.
I can't believe it.
57 episodes, 57. John. We will be back on Tuesday next week. All right, 1 second. Awesome.
Yep, I love watching those. I love watching the located safes, and unfortunately, during the last couple of days, there was a located deceased, and it's a gentleman that was missing from Kansas City, and they just found his body, and they're investigating it as a homicide. So that's too bad. It was a gentleman named Gilberto Gutierrez.
Oh, they found his body?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You
just found that out?
I just updated his flyer to located deceased.
Oh, that's the one. I have it. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't obviously, and we still have to do a located deceased reel. We did. Well, we did one, didn't we?
We did one. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to post all of our. We need to just post all of our located safe reels on Facebook just by themselves. Yeah. We have a lot.
Yep.
A lot of them.
Yeah, but Monty says that's fantastic. So many located safe cases, and Diana Hayden loved the found safe reels. I do too.
When are we back, Ricky?
We are going to be back next. I still haven't turned my thing to May yet.
What is your deal?
I don't know. Let's see. Today's the 20th, so we'll be back on the 25th.
25th. 5-day turnaround, y'all.
Yeah. I thought I turned that thing. I guess I didn't.
You're living in the past, my friend.
Oh, my goodness. I just liked April so much. I wanted to keep it around another month.
Oh, man. Well, that's been a great show, man.
Yeah. Still got 32 watching live. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We only have one YouTuber so far, all Shady Booty.
Yeah, Shady Booty.
But
I love it when Shady Booty shows up. That's really cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. That was kind of a long show, or up on over an hour and 20 minutes. But it was a long one. We had 21 when we put Adriana in there, but that's okay. But thank everybody for watching tonight, and y'all take care, stay safe, God bless. We will see you on the 25th. Y'all have a great night and a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Well, I don't think it, I thought it, that's different. I said what I said and I meant it, or lamented. Words given weight without thought, and a person, the way that I talk and the way that I ought to be able to pause and to say that the fault can be placed on my arm, to this playful assault, to this race in this arm. Pray for the day they could wait for the calm. You can't control the storm, only weather it, whether it's 5 weeks and 5 days of rain sideways, or scorched earth, search for death or water, left with all the thorns, with the petals gone, settle on the breath of autumn. If the ground fits, wear it, then